What's up, everybody at the Lone Star Drift channel? You may know me, I'm Fielding Shredder, one of the longtime drivers and lovers of Lone Star Drift, and today we're on Drift Week. This is the first start of Drift Week, which is, you know, a long journey. If you're not familiar with it, you probably don't watch this channel much, but basically we take our drift cars that are pretty much not street legal and we street drive them thousands of miles between racetracks and just try not to kill each other or break our cars doing it. Of course, our drift cars are not built for the street, so this video is going to be all about the top 5 things that we have done to make them streetable, street worthy, and a little bit more comfortable on the street. So on my car, I've changed quite a few things with the lighting and some of the stuff to make it a little bit more legal, or seem more legal, especially here in California. So one of the things that I added for this one is a horn, which I've never had before. I also put on blinkers, which you can see are now functional in the front end there. Something else that is important, I think, is obviously lighting. You know, we're driving these things at night for hundreds of miles at a time, and the crappy D-Max lights from 30 years ago are terrible. So I put a light bar on, and I kind of did a good job of hiding it under here so it wouldn't be so, you know, in your face and look ugly. I actually got a curved one that went kind of with the shape of the bumper here, and I think it turned out pretty clean. Some other mods that I've done personally on this one is a lot of heat management. You know, we're going to be driving these cars for hours at a time. So I went through and I water cooled everything. So I've got these tile wastegates that are the MBS model, and I've actually routed the water from the turbo into them to cool everything down. So water cooled wastegates, obviously a water cooled turbo, and just try to keep everything, you know, cool as possible. So I got a pretty nice VTP heat blanket here, and everything's wrapped as best as possible. You can see I've got extra wrap here next to the wastegate lines, so for the vacuum lines which could melt, and basically just mitigating as much heat as possible to make it last as long as we can. So some of the things that I did for the interior creature comforts is a new ride reclinable seat, much more comfortable. The passenger seat is still a stiff fiberglass bucket seat, sorry Camille, but that was definitely a nice upgrade, saved my back. And in terms of storage, I basically have none because my trunk area is race car status. It's all tube frame back here. There's no trunk area at all. There's nowhere to put bags or anything. So unfortunately I have to lug them over the roll cage and just like lay them on my stuff back here, my AccuSump and my fire system and my battery in the back seat area. It's terrible, but got to deal with it. And the one thing that I really wish I had that I don't have is a fuel gauge. The thing that every car comes with. My car doesn't have one. I haven't had one any Drift Week. I've run out of fuel many times and I've still not fixed that. I'm just gonna deal with it, so crap. All right, let's go check out some of the other cars and see what they've done.
Huge shout out to all the sponsors of Drift Week, starting with BC Racing Custom Coilovers, who support more grassroots and professional drifters than any other coilover company. Thank you to WhatMonstersDo.com for supporting all of our content for so long, including our Japanese content. Use the discount code EBISU on their website for a discount. Thank you to NK Wheels. They make so much cool stuff, all the way from my drift wheels all the way up to F1 wheels. Thank you to ECU Master for supporting grassroots guys all the way up to the best driver in the world, James Dean. Thank you to Y-Plate Imports. If you need a rad right-hand drive car from Japan, hit up Trenton at Y-Plate Imports and get them before the prices get too high. And thank you to Drift HQ for bringing in that support vehicle, and congratulations on everything that you've been doing this year, Drift HQ. You are killing it.
Fixed. You guys all know Brandon Wicknick. He's a longtime driver with us. He's gone on every single Drift Week, but he built a brand new car for Drift Week.
Why do I do this?
Yeah, I don't know. So what we're just trying to find out is what mods have you done to this car to make it more of a comfortable, streetable drift car. Not good on track, but what's better on street or what's more reliable for drifting.
The reason I chose this one is because it was a cage shell. Otherwise, I'd have taken my other car, right? Aaron's like, don't take that car again.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pissed if you take that car. So like, all right, I'll pick a car with a cage, right?
Okay.
So, but I like street comforts. So I have a cage, but I don't want a stripped out, like loud, uncomfortable car. So we put carpet in it. Okay. Put door panels in it, cut them to fit around the cage. Luckily, they weren't NASCAR bars. We were able to trim them and get all that. The one downside is it doesn't have the lower door pockets. Okay. I usually keep all my junk in the door pockets, extra lug nuts and stuff. But
zip ties and lug nuts.
We had to take it off because it hits the cage, but one of my guys, Wes, trimmed this really nice so it fits around the cage, and I still got this, and like...
That was like a $500 door panel he cut up.
We chose the worst of the worst.
Oh, good, all right, good. Chassis parts,
carpet. You know. I usually use NRG seats. They're one of our sponsors.
Yeah, but R33.
But R33 seats, and they were so easy to bolt in. It was like the last thing on the list, and so they're actually really comfortable.
Super comfortable.
They hold me really well, and you know, for ride-alongs, you want stock seat belts.
Heck yeah.
So I put stock seat belts in so that we could get the riders in and out, and for me, it's comfortable. Jump out of the car on track and get in trouble.
Yep, exactly. Grab your bumper and go back on the car.
We got most of the dashboard stuff in place, like shifter bezel, all the center console. I need to put stuff places. So I got the glove box, all the stuff that you wouldn't need in a race car, but like on Drift Week, you just have to put, like, need GoPro batteries in there. I'm not gonna have them banging around on the floor, you know?
Like cell phone chargers.
Exactly. Oh, that was the last thing. This is a custom chassis harness, so it's not OEM. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to charge my phone, so I'm running wires last minute to get the little cigarette lighter working and the turn signals and all that stuff.
So you have turn signals?
I was gonna get what you got, but one of my guys that works with me is like, dude, it's easy. Just put your stock in and we'll wire it up to it. And so we figured it out and got them to work. They don't auto turn off, so I leave them on like old man style on the freeway.
Mine's the same.
Yeah. And I got no indicators, so you don't know when they're flashing.
Yeah, same.
It's just like, you know
I've left it on for miles and been like, oh yeah.
Those are the creature comforts. That's what I like about this is you know, having a race car that's also comfortable and streetable. Is
this what you think the most comfortable one you've had on a Drift Week?
My IS was the best.
The IS was the best.
My IS was like, it was like driving a stock, like street car, you know?
Okay.
And then the second was my Icon car.
So this is the worst car you brought on Drift Week.
But it's the most race car, and it's fun to drive. It's more raw, but it's still comfortable enough.
Got it.
I haven't done a road trip yet, so I don't know exactly how the freeway part's gonna be.
Okay, so we'll touch base with you again and see how bad it is.
Yeah. But our cars are pretty similar as far as power and grip and stuff. So
yeah, on track we're having the best time. I told everyone that like I just gut it out on the street so that when I'm on the track, I'm happy, I'm fun. I'm like, this is what I'm here for, and then I just have to be suffering on the street.
You have carpet?
Yeah, I did put carpet in. It's just from the seats forward.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
But yeah, it's there. It's not any quieter. I put a bunch of sound deadening that did nothing. There's a bunch of mods that I thought would work. Like I put a stereo and a sub and speakers on the highway. Cranked up, can't hear it. Completely can't hear it at all.
That's what I didn't do. I didn't put any stereo in here, but I brought my Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna have to do.
That's the move. That's what I'm doing now. Yeah.
You did all that work and it doesn't.
Yeah, completely pointless. So. Yeah.
That's funny. But so far, like, this is the first time driving this track. Like, I've never drifted it. I don't know if you saw it, but we literally picked it up as a bare shell, carried it in my shop, put it on the lift. 2 weeks we had it to this point.
It's amazing.
It's like, it was a lot of work, but like, I'm also pretty stoked on it, you know, as a project like that.
Awesome. Drift Week.
Yes, we're back.
Asking everybody, what are the top mods that you did to make your drift car Drift Week worthy? So have you done anything specific that would not be on a normal street car, or drift car rather, that now make it a little bit more comfortable or reliable or manageable on the streets for this thousands of miles?
It is uncomfortable as you can get.
Yeah.
My seat's vertical.
Okay.
It's got about this much padding
Come
in
and
it.
show me.
That's standard. What we do have is a fender that's been rolled under like 4 times just this yesterday.
Yeah.
So I keep pulling it back out and it keeps rolling itself back in. So we did a new angle kit, which was a bad idea. We put a front sway bar on, which was also a bad idea because this thing's salvage title. And the front from like right here forward is just welded down with peanut butter.
Nice.
So we were afraid that the first time I went into a turn, the whole front end was just gonna fold in half.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It's like active suspension, right?
Active body.
For the bumper or bumpy roads?
Yeah, it's constantly adjustable.
Yeah.
That's what we like to call it.
Keeps you on your toes.
What we did do was the 6 sprinkler system.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You go to Home Depot, you spend about $8.99 on some fittings, and they come off. So now,
you gotta glue them on, look at that.
I know. So now 2 of them are missing and it just pees out of those instead of anything else. But hey, it still works. It cools it down on the track. You don't have to use it on the street. One other thing I did was my neon hoses to match everything else that's neon in my life.
But none of this has made this more comfortable on the street.
No. What has made it more comfortable on the street is switching coilovers to Fortune Auto.
Oh, look at him getting the plug. Yeah.
Them boys. This made it infinitely better. The moment I drove this in Albuquerque, I was like, oh my god, new coilovers are the best thing ever, and these are even better. What else? Oh, this is the big one. Let me pop the trunk. So, fuel cell.
There's your water tank.
That's my water tank for my
for the sprayers.
My peer. They're peers now. They're not even sprayers.
Your dribblers.
So, yes. When we bought this, it had a 5-gallon fuel cell in it.
I remember that because I was trying to caravan with you on Drift Week 3, and we had to stop every 15 minutes for fuel.
We still had to do that even with a 15-gallon tank. So, this came with a 5-gallon cell.
Okay.
And at like 14 miles a gallon, that's not very far. You won't make it between gas stations.
Right.
So we put a 15-gallon radium in there. We're like, sick, we got this, don't worry about it. problem is that we had this 45-degree what's in there? I don't even know what it's called.
The fill neck?
This hose, which just came out right here, and it just kind of dangled around. So every time we needed to fill up, we'd unzip the hose and fill it up. The problem is that it still has like a flapper in there. Fuel would have to get heavy enough in the hose to push the flapper down. Yep. So it would just squirt out immediately. So I had to fill up at just above on. Yeah. So just putting in 13 gallons would take 25 minutes, and he knows because they ditched us at a gas station.
Yeah. Like the third time we did that, I was like, I'm out of here.
Filling, and then it would still overflow and go all over my battery.
Yep.
So we would just line the whole thing with paper towels.
Yep.
And then take the dirty paper towels and full of gasoline and probably a little flammable, put them in a trash can, and then go to the next
Where
stop.
someone's gonna flick a cigarette.
Every single stop for 13 gallons of fuel took about 45 minutes.
Nice.
So it took us 27 hours to get from Albuquerque to Houston.
That's horrible.
It was insane.
Is this your
So
fuel
dumb.
gauge?
Yes, this is my fuel gauge, which has been recalibrated.
I see that.
So that's something else that was screwing us over. The whole thing shifted like a quarter that way. We didn't know that, and so we could have driven a lot farther, but we thought it was on E, and we still had 5 gallons on the actual E one.
Oh, okay.
So we were only putting in 6 gallons at a time. We're just like, this is weird. Why is it doing this? Is it just plastic?
Something's wrong.
So we fixed that. The big one was we drilled a big ass hole in the side.
See that? Right through
Now-
the GK Tech sticker.
Hey, man, they're
Shout
my
out
official
Greg.
lug nut sponsor.
Yeah.
But now we can fill up like a real person.
Wow.
And if the fuel spills out, who cares?
Yeah. Nice.
So that is our biggest creature comfort
Upgrade.
modification.
Yeah. That's a nice cap too.
It is. Oh, it's so sad.
really nice.
Screw that in.
I was just-
keep spinning.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh,
The little O-ring seal at the end.
it's
Oh, yeah.
satisfying.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Satisfying.
That's the best part of your car right now.
I agree. It took some effort to do that.
Sure.
Other creature comforts. Come join me. Radar detector
Nice.
with speed, because I don't have a speedometer because it's a race pack.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So this is a camera facing frontwards, which talks to the camera that's looking backwards. So it's constantly recording everything in case some dumb shit happens,
I
because
like
it's
that.
me.
Yep.
So now I have film going both ways at all times while the car's on, and it's digital and it's super nice. And
I'm
that's
gonna need to talk with you more about that because I want that. I want that in my
sick.
car. Yeah.
I absolutely hated this, and then now I want it in all my cars.
Yeah, that's legit. Did they
we
sponsor you or anything? Or
No,
you
I
paid
just got it
retail
off
for that?
Amazon. It's only like 79 bucks.
Oh, that's a deal. I'm gonna order
Love it.
one of those and send it to Musselman.
You should.
Yeah.
Actually, just prime that thing.
Right.
We've got the touch screen, Atoto,
Nice.
Android stereo system, Bluetooth connectivity. So I have another speedo / gauges that I can use when you use the torque app on here, so that you can look at your datas and
Nice.
all that stuff. So that's sick.
Got you a Hirsch shifter on there?
Got me my T-handle.
Dang.
Getting into fifth is a little weird.
Not a thing? Okay.
That's so this thing is like welded onto this, and the transmission that we got is just it was there. So now I kind of like it.
It's basically a drag car.
Got my sick garage moon power floor mats that keep going up further and further and further.
They
but
give you
that's
89% clutch engagement max.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I don't clutch kick this thing. I don't need to.
Right.
1.5 JZ, baby. But yeah, that's the things that we did for this. Oh, my bumper comes off a lot.
Yep.
I get hit by Corvettes all the time.
Sure.
So now I have quick release.
Okay.
Just in case. And I brought spares. Also just in case. So that's more drift car stuff too, I guess.
yeah.
Makes it easier for me.
Drift week.
Drift year. Drift life.
We're here with Mike Prez, badass Mark IV Supra. You guys have probably seen it online.
Big
But,
old pile of poopy.
Yeah, right. So we're just asking everybody what they've done to their car to make it more drift week or street capable. Obviously, it's a capable car on track, but what did you do to it to make it a little bit more comfortable on the street?
So I've driven this thing around a little while, and the worst thing about it was fuel. So I had to stop like every fucking hour, every 2 hours, and it was not a good time. So
What kind of fuel mileage do you get? Do you know?
this trip we were getting about 4 hours on 6 gallons. And
That's
we
pretty
just
good.
stopped more so because I didn't put a fuel level gauge.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's 32 of it, it's fine. But yeah,
So show me what you got.
Hyperfest had a fuel cell issue.
Oh
so
my God.
Bought a $300 Speedway cell. It's got one of those propylene yada yada nonsense. So
How many gallons is that?
32 gallons.
32-gallon fuel cell. That is ridiculous.
It's basically a hot tub.
I'm kind of jealous. Mine's a 15-gallon and it's not nearly big enough. I wish it was bigger.
No, and you guys are drinking fuel. This
Yeah.
is stock engine, so
Yeah.
I'm putting around.
Okay.
It's drinking it, sipping it down.
Yeah. And you're NA now, so it's not nearly as
Yeah, you guys
bad.
you dummies are still tuned on 93. This takes 87.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. That's even smarter, especially out here where gas is $5 a gallon.
Disgusting.
It's awful. Does it have any other creature comforts? Any like heat, AC, blinkers, radio?
It's got turn signals.
Okay.
But a JBL speaker, so it just hangs from the roll cage, and
Okay.
it's plenty loud enough, just blaring in your eardrums.
Show it to us.
But
It's got carpet
side-by-side
in it.
bags. Basically got a motorcycle switch thing off of Amazon, so hook up the turn signals, the horn, and the fog light and stuff.
Nice.
Big issue last time driving around was I couldn't see at night, so we put a whole bunch of fog lights in the front.
Okay.
And then basically
Got power windows still?
Yep, power windows. Put them back in actually.
Yeah, good.
Hunting down the window assemblies for this thing sucks.
Really?
So yeah, I mean, unfortunately these things are like sought after for some reason.
Right. You're
But,
like, it's just an SC300. What are you guys?
It's just dressed up.
Yeah.
It's an SC300 coupe. I know they're all coupes.
Yeah.
Alright, well, yeah, other than that, it's the same thing. Basically same car. It's already had the carpet, and then stock engine just makes it easy.
Nice. Cool. Thanks for showing us.
No problem, man. All right, enjoy yourself. See you guys in Arizona.
Yeah. This is Max's C6, all carbon Kevlar. It's the H2K kit, right?
Yep, and it's definitely registered.
Nice. Chiquita. Yep. It's got AC, it's got halo seats. Those are probably miserable on the street.
Oh, they're great, dude.
They're not bad?
They're comfortable, yeah.
Okay.
The only problem is when you roll the window down, there's something that's like beams hot air at the passenger.
Oh, sweet.
So the minute
At
the
the
window
passenger.
at the passenger, so if you're driving, you're like, oh, this is comfortable, and the passenger's just like, oh, I'm a little not
like, what?
comfortable. Please stop this.
That's how my wastegate is. It blows all the like carbon and just unburnt fuel right into the window and right in their face. Every passenger that's ridden with me has little black specks on their face at the end.
The
So funny.
only nice thing is that this thing came from Florida, and it has like the darkest tints on every window.
Nice.
It's perfect out here,
Yeah.
which is great. So it's actually nice at night though. With the heat, it's like turning the heater on blast, and then the driver is cold, and the passenger is like comfortable.
Nice.
So
they're comfortable at night and miserable in the day.
we couldn't hook the heated seats up to the OMPs though.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that's a real problem. It's a real bummer.
It's a deal breaker almost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, if they don't have heated seats, I'm not driving it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we upgraded the radio.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you can hear something. I see you got little speakers back here.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Show me in the inside here. Let me see what else you got. You got a Driftwick 3 smash door. You got the Driftwick 3 wrapped hood and doors and mirrors.
Oh, we did everything.
Yeah. Front end.
Corvettes don't pop
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have one of those. I'm like, that's wrong. Under the hood here is a couple of bolt-ons, but overall don't really need to mess with these, which is nice.
Yeah, this has mass heads and cam.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so
What does it make? What power?
We are really unsure.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time it's been dyno, there's been something wrong with it, and we were just like kind of threw it together. He just put it back together and made it run, and I mean, they should be in like the low 500s, but I've never seen it over 490 something. So
So like hovering around 500.
yeah, somewhere in there. It's cool. It works.
The inside looks pretty nice, like carpet, cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, center console.
Yep, console, everything.
Yeah, keep the carpet, keep everything as much as you can. We got the cage
We got the Sony head unit, so we hook up CarPlay, so we have like our GPS for wherever
Oh,
we're
that's
going, so we're
You
not
got a
lost.
working speedometer?
Yeah,
That's great. I don't have that.
cruise control.
And the CarPlay.
Oh, you got
tells us-
cruise control. You dickhead. Oh my god. That's why we don't
CarPlay.
like Max, okay? He lets us know how inferior our cars are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bummer about the cooled seats, but we'll get
Yeah, I
over
think
it.
you'll survive.
Yeah, you'll have to.
No cup holder.
No cup holder, no cup holder.
Oh, that's a deal breaker. I even have a cup holder. That's
Yeah, it's
not
a
good.
little rough. Anyway,
all right, cool.
are we gonna smash into each other today?
I hope not today, but maybe in in the later parts of the trip.
I want a little red on my door over
I'll
there.
give it to you.
Yeah.
Give it to you. Give you that red spot. A gel cushion in the bucket seat to make it much more comfortable for his butt. That's a good upgrade right there. I did the whole seat, but I think that's a great alternative.
He froze last night.
Part of the Anti-Heroes team. He's been on Drift Week. He was on Drift Week 3 with a trailer style, little tow behind wheel dolly thing, however you call it. And now he's built a roof rack. So this is a hell of a Drift Week mod. And tell us about it, which one you like better, pros and cons, that sort of stuff.
Well, first off, I like this a lot better because the trailer, you were kind of limited to staying in the pack with all of your friends. You couldn't go over 75 without it, like getting the speed wobbles, being really sketchy.
Yeah.
There's a couple guys, Lucas and Drew, they were drifting with theirs on. Those guys are crazy, but this is a little bit more friendly, so I can do like the street driving activities that go on in Drift Week. And that was kind of something I was looking forward to, like building this rack. And this was just like a picture in my head, and my buddy was just like, yo, let's do it. And I was kind of just telling him, hey, do this, and this is what it came out to be.
It looks good.
So far, we loaded it up with like, you know, all the main stuff to get down here. We drove from Sacramento, so it was about a 6-hour drive. And it's been solid so far. You know, I haven't had wheels on it yet, so that's going to be the real test.
Well, we were drifting with wheels out there earlier, so I know it holds
us for sure. So next time we'll see if we can drift with everything on it. So.
There you go. How much weight do you think it's got on it, or what will it hold before it buckles the S13 roof?
So the roof really like reinforces the brackets on the sunroof, because the sunroof is like its own frame, right?
Sure.
So we reinforced it to the actual structure of the car, because it was very flimsy at first, and then we basically added the supports right here because it was tilty with the hitch, because it was for a trailer, and
you can see the hitch is still there.
So I thought about going camping, taking the boat or something, and making a cool little trip out of it one of these days. But no, for the most part, I like it a lot more than what the trailer was.
So in terms of cargo room, are they about the same?
No, I have a lot more space on this thing.
More space on this, even in the trailer. So, and you get to do street stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I loaded everything up that I had last time on the trailer, and like I had this whole back section open. So I was like, nice. We got plenty of space to go along.
So is there any cons to this? Like we talked about pros and cons. You said a lot of cons on the trailer. Any pros on the trailer or cons on this?
I mean, it looks kind of crazy, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, it's not a con though. I think that's cool.
I mean, other than that, no, I mean, it's pretty solid. I mean, you have to have holes in your sunroof and all that stuff. So hopefully it doesn't rain and get water.
So it's not watertight.
No.
That's a con. All right.
Definitely not watertight for sure. But it does come on and off, so that's cool. That's kind of was my idea. Is like, I didn't want to drift with it on the whole time. Wanted trunk space.
And you're able to open and close the trunk. That's really smart.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There goes the paint.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I mean, so far, I love it. Like I said, it looks funny, but works. Gets all my stuff here, and I don't have to worry about anything else. So.
Well, cool. Thanks for showing us.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right, so that completes the top 5 mods. I know we did way more than 5 of them, but you guys can, take this information and apply it to your own build. And if you guys are going to be on Drift Week 5, I definitely recommend something like this from all the things that we talked about. Make your car comfortable, reliable, and as good as it can be on track. And then hopefully, it doesn't leak or explode or catch on fire or any of that stuff. So let us know what you would do to your car down in the comments below. We'll see you on the next one.